The IHWA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Champion Auto Glass, Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes, and CD Dodd, scrap metal recyclers.
Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Perth Sharks and Flyers Blue as we take you down to centre ice for the opening face-off. Yannick Lodge, Andrew Cox, two centremen for the Perth Thunder. Get it underway as Langell tries to skate it in. Could be a chance early here and a save made by McCann. Only seconds into the game. Some big outs for Flyers Blue tonight as they face a nearly 20-man Sharks roster. Jamie Campbell listed as a scratch on the lineup, but I can actually see him out there. And Ben Bro also listed as a scratch. Here comes Kairos the other way. He shoots and it just goes wide. Puck gets skated into the corner by the Sharks. Top of the blue line, it's Kudla. Pushing it down low for Cox, just missed his stick. Now it's pushed around to the other side where Williams collects it. Up to the top of the blue line, shot in by Campbell, deflected out wide. And into the corner now, Kairos pushing it around for Cox. They're trying to keep pushing it around the Flyers, but they're hemmed in by the Sharks, and they managed to push it out of there, the young side. Kudla turns it over at the blue line now. Coming the other way now, Kudla. Through the middle for Cox. Has an option on the left-hand side, still working down low, Cox. Behind the net, Andrew Cox sent it in front, and there was no one there on the doorstep to take it. The Sharks skating up the left wing now. Dumping it in was Langell. Skating onto the puck now, still Langell. Langell still has it, drops it down low, where it's taken by Lashenko, but it's turned over now for Jeffries. Here come the Flyers with speed the other way. Wilson out to the left-hand side for Jeffries, centering it in front again. Good defensive pressure there by the Sharks. Good net front presence as a shot goes in from the blue line, almost tipped in front and saved. Patrick Sucha out of the lineup tonight for the Sharks. McEwen and Bro out for Flyers Blue. Bro possibly the biggest star in this league, being a former NHL draft pick, playing on a Friday night in Perth. But they'll be without him tonight as they work it in down low. Puck goes into the corner now. Both teams hacking at it. Now, the Sharks managed to just get it out of there. Chapman pushes it out to the top of the blue line, almost chopped in by Lamb. And he'll just dump it in down low.
Oh, it might be the
It'll be skated onto by Juric. To the top of the blue line now, Lamb. He just misses the puck. He whiffed on it a little bit, and now here come the Sharks the other way. Skating it in, and a big hit along the boards. Good clean hit there by Rick Del Basso back in the Flyers Blue lineup tonight. He's coming the other way. It was Mercerella that he put the hit on. And now here come Blue. Skating it in. Could be a chance here. Flyers Blue centering it in front, but there was just no one there. Good play by Juric. And the puck goes over the netting and out of play. Goalie matchup tonight. Steve McCann and Dylan Dewar in net for the Sharks. Sharks use a rotating lineup for their goalies. 1 week on and 1 week off for Dylan Dewar and Reese Pelliccioni as we get back underway. Sharks coming the other way now off the face-off. Campbell manages to collect that one, push it off the sidewall. And a Sharks player just went down to the ice. No, it was offside. So 16 minutes and 14 seconds left with rolling time in the first. No real chances both ways, apart from the opening shot that was saved easily. Kudla pushing it up the right-hand side for Kairos. He goes cross ice for Cox, but he just jumped a little bit too early. Blue getting caught offside. Sharks going for a major line change. Full personnel swap. Get used to seeing that tonight. They're out there with 20 players. Yannick Lodge wins it back really quickly off the draw. And it goes straight over the boards and out of play. That was almost as fast as some players' shots. Lodge and Cox again. First line's out for both teams. Face-off's won back by Yannick Lodge, and now here come the Sharks the other way through Williams. Here they come, pushing it in front for Lodge. He shoots, and a save by McCann. Gets rebounded into the corner. Kairos will come the other way for the Flyers now. Pushed it up the right wing on the backhand, and now the Sharks have managed to turn it right back over. Still holding on to it, Blue, as Campbell pushes it in. And it goes straight back to Kudla, who blows a tire. Yannick Lodge in front, centers it for Williams. Couldn't quite get the shot off. And now it'll be turned right back over to Kudla. Tried to find Kairos through the middle, but Williams hacked at it. Still holding on to it, though. Blue as a shot gets taken by Kudla. In front of the net, the Sharks. And now a slapper fired in by Lamb that goes off Dewar over the netting and out of play. Offensive zone face-off now for the for Flyers Blue. And it's one back by Blue. Up to the top of the blue line, it's Lamb. He pushed it hard cross ice, just missed the intended receiver, Del Basso. Up the left wing, it's the Sharks. They dump it in hard. Langell skating onto the puck. Riley Langell just pushes it wide. Skated onto and hacked out by Mercerella, but down low it's Del Basso. Puck gets pushed all the way back into the defensive zone, and it's a turnover now. In front's Wilson. He shoots, and it goes wide. Puck getting played in the corner now. Let's see who comes out with it. Still hacking at it in the corner. It'll be the Sharks that come up with the better of it. Wilson skating onto the loose puck. Finds Lamb cross ice. Lamb whacks it through the middle. And no one will get there. That'll be icing. It was Robson who just managed to get the jump. And we'll see a face-off now down the other end for the Sharks. It'll be good for the Sharks to establish some time in the offensive zone at this early stage. They haven't really been able to do too much at this point. 12 minutes 50 left in the first period. Lamb taking it out of a scrum in the corner. And they'll come back the other way now, Flyers Blue. Working it in, and it was a hit on Ross. Up the right-hand side wall for the Flyers. And now the Sharks will attempt to come out the other way. Pushing it into the corner. Lashenko skating onto it. And now the puck gets pushed down behind the net where Lukowiak battles with Kairos. Kairos, with the speed and skill, manages to get it out of there. Holding on to it now is David Kudla. Great pass through the middle to Cox. Now here comes Cox the other way. In front, centers it across, and a save by Dewar, but the rebound squirts out. And the puck just gets pushed all the way back out to center ice. Lucky break there for the Sharks and Dylan Dewar. And here they come right back at them. Flyers Blue. It was Kudla who was skating through the middle. It's turned back over to the Sharks one more time. Here's Williams. He shoots, and a save by Steve McCann as the puck gets dumped out of danger. Really good play there by the Sharks. Just couldn't quite finish it. Puck gets pushed to the top of the Flyers blue line. As Valancourt collects it and holds onto it behind the net. He pushes it up, and now it goes straight through the middle for Williams, and it's turned over now to Blue, and Jeffries was already in the zone when Juric crossed the line. 11 minutes left in this first period. This is about as good hockey you'll see in the West Australian Premier League. Exciting so far. Not very often that a game goes tied for so long in this league with the amount of goals that we see scored. In front now, the Sharks. Oh, and it was Lashenko in front who just couldn't quite get there as the puck squirted loose. But now here comes Jiric right back the other way for the Flyers. Jiric pushed into the corner. Chapman's there in support. But top of the blue line now, it's Blue. Trying to hack it back in is Del Basso. Del Basso does a good job pushing the Sharks in back down low. Puck takes an awkward bounce off a stick. Lamb tried to push it in. Puck getting pinballed around and it goes straight back to Del Basso. Now taking the puck, the Sharks, but it gets turned over almost to Jeffries and pushed right back down the other end by the Sharks. Flyers Blue will see an offensive zone face-off. An interesting case study tonight. What do you get when you put together half a team of Perth Thunder players and a couple of other extras against a 20-man top junior team? Let's see. Back underway, top of the blue line. Kudla fires it in. No one there for the deflection. It just goes wide. A hard shot. And now a puck battle in the corner. Sharks pushing it out of there. It was Lelik. But it just goes right across to David Kudla. Now to Kairos. He shoots. And a glove save by Dylan Dewar. Dewar's been solid early. So's McCann. They've both made a couple of good saves so far. Cox in the dot with Lakowiak. One back to Kairos. He shoots. It went off a skate. Now in the corner, Jiric. Trying to push it around. And it goes back up to the top of the blue line. Campbell dumping it in. Jackson holding onto it. Dumps it around. There was no one there. Almost actually there was. But it gets pushed right back down by the Flyers. Oscar Zoo now. Holding onto it up the sidewall is Zoo. He pushes it out, but it goes right back along to Kudla. Now here's Jiric again. Holding onto the puck is Anthony Jiric. But coming back the other way now, the Sharks. Williams had it on his stick, but he dumped it in. But now holding onto it, it's Campbell. Campbell across to Del Basso. Has to work it out of trouble past Langell. Ryan Langell, that is. As the Sharks continue to control the puck behind the net. Doyle had it. And it gets pushed up ice now, where it's being skated onto by Ryan Langell. Now coming the other way almost was Jiric. But Yannick Lodge is back on the ice. The star for the Sharks. He shoots. A save and another shot. Off the rebound by Ryan Langell. Both Langells on the ice for the Flyers tonight. Riley usually plays for Flyers Blue. So another out for them. Part of the reason they're carrying a 9-man roster tonight. Puck controlled behind the net by Del Basso. He almost tries to backhand it out in trouble, but it just goes over the bench and out of play. My mistake, it's a 12-man lineup for Flyers Blue. I was told a 9-man lineup in the scorer's box. Perhaps a bit of an exaggeration. And the Sharks very much with a 20-man lineup. Lamb holding onto it. He collected it off the draw. And he pushes it up ice for Jiric. Skating it in now, Jiric, but it gets turned over. Almost no, it's held onto by Wilson. Now in the corner, Valancourt. Doyle now. Backhands it out of danger. The Sharks were trying to come back the other way. Jeffries blew a tire. It'll still be held onto by Langell. Still Langell, but it's turned over now to Wilson. Puck in a bit of trouble, pinballing around the neutral zone. Lodge across to Doyle. Doyle through to Williams. Williams to Langell now. He enters the zone, working it around Del Basso. He shoots and it goes wide. What a play by Ryan Langell. Lamb behind the net now. Richie Lamb finds Wilson. Sam Wilson, the retired Perth Thunder captain, in action on Friday nights for Flyers Blue. Del Basso also retired for the Thunder, here alongside him. Sharks working it deep into the zone, and Kudla just levels. The Sharks player was Mercerella. And it looks like he might have caught an upper body, caught part of his upper body on that hit, perhaps a wrist. Now skating it in is Cox. Cox centering it in front, and Kudla on the backhand. Couldn't quite make it there. 5 minutes left in the first period as Chapman clears it out. Holding on to it now is Cox. Back to Kudla. Let's see what Flyers Blue can do here. They're a speedy, skilled, fast team. But if they can use a bit of physicality against the Sharks, we've seen them get into trouble before playing Flyers Orange, who are a big physical, skilled team. Through the middle now, it's pushed into the corner and held onto by Kairos. Kairos still holding onto. He has two players to beat, so he just elects to push it in off the sidewall, deep into the defensive zone. Chapman behind the net. Couldn't find Spence. Now it gets pushed down low. Jackson almost had it. But Gerich will control it and push it to Kudla. Kudla top of the blue line. Shoots it in. It was really high as it came steaming in. Kairos collects it. Fires it in again. It's a pad save by Dewar. Coming the other way now. Spence. Through the middle, and Zoo was almost on the doorstep. He was pressured heavily by Campbell, and it's going to be hooking against Jamie Campbell. The first visit to the Champion Auto Glass penalty box tonight. Thanks to Champion Auto Glass for their sponsorship of the West Australian Premier League. Sorry, no. It's going to be Zoo visiting the box. I thought that Campbell had hooked Zoo. Instead, they called Zoo for holding on to Campbell's stick. My apologies. One off the draw, top of the blue line. Lamb tries to fire it in. It's blocked and straight back onto his stick. Cross ice, it's Wilson. Pushing it down low. Right there was Jeffries. Back up to Lamb. Lamb controlling it. Flyers Blue on their first power play of the night. Wilson shoots it in, almost deflected in front. Controlled well by the Sharks. One thing this team does well, the Sharks, is collapse right in front of the net when they need to on the power play. Here comes Kairos trying to dangle it in. Couldn't make it there. Now the Sharks batted out of trouble. This is Richie Lamb. He finds Kairos. Trying to go through the middle to Jeffries, he does. Back to Kairos once more. And the puck gets pushed right out of danger by the Sharks. Good penalty killing for the young side so far. Yannick Lodge almost turning over the puck. 1 minute left on the power play, 2.5 left in this first period. Kudla behind the net. Pressured by Mercerella. He finds Lamb. Lamb up the left wing. Hard pass goes through the middle, just misses Kairos. Flyers Blue trying to set it up and cycle it around down low. Gets pushed around to Kairos. The Sharks almost had it there, and now they've turned it over through Mercerella. Mercerella a tie-up for the puck, and a good play there as Spence whacks it out of trouble. That might just about do it for the Flyers Blue power play. Kudla holding onto the puck through center ice. Gets around one, gets around two. Working his way in now. David Kudla in front. Oh, and he almost would have had Dewar if he caught it on the backhand. Now Campbell from the blue line. Just missed the shot. And that's going to be a penalty against Blue. Campbell tripped Lashenko. He would have been away. Perhaps a smart move. Lashenko would have been in on the 1-on-0 breakaway. Flyers Blue definitely taking their time to get to the face-off dot. Cox pushes it forward. It was taken by the Sharks. Now behind the net, Spence. Controlled now by Lodge. Cross ice. to Langell. Back down low for Williams. Through again to Yannick Lodge. Williams again tries to backhand it. Langell up the top. Some good 4-on-4. Some good power play hockey here by the Sharks. They shoot and a save by McCann. Lodge and Cox will take the face-off. And we'll almost be out of time for the first period. So if Flyers Blue can just clear this one, which they should, the first period will end 0-0. Not often that you see a tie game in the West Australian Premier League, but that's what we're seeing at the end of one here. Flyers Blue and the Perth Sharks tied at 0.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
You're invited to Perth Ice Arena, Perth's premier ice skating rink. If you're into ice hockey, figure skating, a novice, or just enjoy the fun of ice skating, this is the place for you. Call or visit the website for session times. It's a great place to keep cool.
Welcome back. Flyers Blue, Perth Sharks. Score tied at 0-0 underway. As the ref gets set to drop the puck. Here we go for the second period. It's one back by Cox. Pushed up ice. Sorella takes it. Across to Langell. Ryan, that is. Cut through the middle to Lodge. Holding on to it now, Yannick Lodge. Cross ice Langell. He shoots and they score! A deflection in front. It might have even been off a blue skater. And the Sharks lead this one 1-0 early in the second period. Really good play there by the Sharks. Doing what Flyers Blue do most Friday nights. Traffic in front, shoots from the blue line, and scoring a lot of goals. Chapman skating onto it. Pushing it out, finding Riley Landry. Pushed in from the top for Blue, and a save by Jewell on the pads. Here come the Sharks the other way. Could be a chance here for Ilyushenko. And it just gets turned over by Blue. Chapman skating onto the puck down low. Dumps it around. Top of the blue line, Kudla. He shoots it in. Blocked in front. Ilyushenko pushing it through for Landry. Stopped up at the blue line. They dump it in. They were just offside, I think, the Sharks. Puck goes whizzing cross ice for Jeffries. It's pushed out by Roxy. Behind the net. Kudla stops up hard. To avoid the pressure. And now it's Jackson holding onto the puck for the Sharks. Sharks trying to push it in front, but it's turned over now for Blue. Here comes Kairos the other way. Sorry, Cox the other way. Cox still holding onto it. Centers it in front for Kairos. He shoots. And a save by Dewar. Outstanding form early shown by Dewar. The Sharks with possibly the best goalie tandem in this league. Dewar and Pelliccioni. And the best news is neither of them really get too tired. They're only playing one game a fortnight in this league. Cox is pressured heavily down low. Now a clapper from the top of the blue line by Lamb, and it's saved by Dewar. I'd love to see Del Basso take one of those shots from the top of the blue line. Perhaps it'd have the speed to get past Dewar, unlike some of these shots. Lodge and Cox in the middle. Both teams' top lines out. Del Basso fires in a rocket, and that one even was a bit of a knuckleboard. Dipped just in front of the net, but went wide. Yannick Lodge controlling it. Backhands it around for Doyle. Doyle controlling it, pushes it through the middle, finds Williams. Williams skating along. And it gets turned over off his stick. Lodge skating onto it, and Flyers Blue didn't like that icing call. Kairos saying to the referee that he beat Lodge in the race to the puck. Taking the face off now is Ilyushenko for the Sharks, but it's one back by Blue. Standing behind the net is Del Basso. A rocket of a pass. And Kairos wins the race to the puck. Ended up working out quite well. And that's going to be a tripping call against Doyle. Oh, and almost in front was Yurich after the pass from Cox. That was a big trip behind the net. So it'll be Doyle visiting the Champion Auto Glass penalty box. The Sharks' second penalty of the night. Thanks again to Champion Auto Glass. 15 minutes left in this second period. And don't go anywhere, because coming up after this one, we have the Vikings and the Chiefs. Two teams a bit down on their luck recently. Both of them, no, the Vikings have only had one win this season that's come over the Chiefs. The Chiefs are lacking one so far. Yurich controlling it. He pushes it on net, saved by Dewar. Good save. Jeffries backhands it for Wilson. Skipping the puck to the top of the blue line for Kudla. He backhands it in for Jeffries. Jeffries pressured by Lelik. And Wilson just lost his footing. No call. Left-hand side of the blue line. Kudla fires it in. It tipped off Lelik's stick and went wide. Jeffries now. Jeffries almost centered it in front for Wilson, but the Sharks will dump it out the other way. Good play there. Steve McCann stopping it up behind the net. Dumping it around, just missed Kudla. And now the Sharks tried to control the puck, but it's turned over for Yurich. Yurich coming the other way for Blue. He goes slamming into the sidewall after he was pressured on the puck. Kudla behind the net now. Really see the difference in skating between an AIHL player and a regular Premier League player if you just watch David Kudler. Wilson whips it through the middle. Here's Jeffries through the middle for Wilson, across to Campbell, and he got tied up. Couldn't get the shot off, Jamie Campbell. Wilson now loses his footing in the corner. The Sharks hack it out of there. Almost went over the blue bench, but it goes all the way down the other end. Sharks still a man down for 15 more seconds. Controlling it, Cox on the power play. Skips it cross ice for Lamb. Fires one in and it goes over the netting and out of play as it went off a stick. Now, an offensive zone face-off for the Sharks. Lashenko, Cox. One back by Cox. Del Basso finds in a bullet of a wrist shot. Absolute arrow that goes wide. Now Kairos holding onto it. He's pressured by a number of Sharks players and gets pushed to the ice. Sharks trying to dump it out of trouble. Stop top of the blue line, Del Basso. Lelich come in the other way. He turned it over. Now Mercerella. Mercerella dumping it on the backhand. Control behind the net by Lamb. Whips it around for Cox. Cox controls it, pushes it across through for Kairos. Working around Chapman is Kairos and he shoots it wide. Now Del Basso just stopped up before putting a big hit on Lashenko. I think back in his day, he would have clobbered him along the boards. Now Lashenko. Skating in and up the right wing for the Sharks. Shooting. And a save by McCann. Makes it go high and wide. Top of the blue line now. Sharks trying to push it in. The blue push it out of there. Behind the net now McCann. Trying to work it out of danger. They almost find Wilson, but it's turned over by Lodge. He was pressuring them heavily. Now Del Basso. Rick Del Basso goes colliding into the boards with a Sharks player. Now another big hit in the corner as Wilson goes down. Jeffries pushes a Shark player from behind, and there's going to be a penalty call. I think by the time this one gets sorted, there'll be about 10 minutes left. And there's still a Sharks player down on the ice. My apologies, it's a big commentary blind spot right where the player went down. As in, I virtually can't see a thing in that corner unless I look now on the screen. So the Sharks player still down as two attendants come out onto the ice. It looks like he's up now, so my apologies, I completely didn't see that from my vantage point in the corner. And stick tap for the player who I believe to be, I'll just have to see in a second. So the player is not putting weight to one of his skates. And it's Spence who will leave the ice. Seems like he was down there for a while after the big hit in the corner, so all the best to him. Hopefully he can join his teammates back out there soon. Back underway, and neutral zone face-off is won back by the Sharks. Puck pushed into the offensive zone by Wilson. Battling in the corner, Juric and Doyle. Juric is holding onto it. Trying to push it around for Wilson, but Doyle is pressuring him very heavily. Wilson now is battling with Yannick Lodge. And Lodge backhands it out of him. Jeffries dumps it off the boards. But it's pushed back for Valancourt. Valancourt trying to dump out of trouble. Now Wilson shooting, and a save by Jewett. Williams, Wilson, Jeffries battling for it. And there's Lodge, who comes up with the puck. Williams now entering the zone. Behind the net, Kudla. Pushing it around. Skated onto by Jackson. Controlled by Langell entering the zone. But Kairos will skate onto the loose puck. Lodge now. Puck turned over by Campbell. Held up at the top of the blue line by the Sharks. And now here they come the other way. Flyers blue. In front, they could be a chance. It's Ross. And the puck gets turned over by Jackson. A shot by Cox in front. Still in front, Flyers blue, and Dewar manages to push it out of there. Let's see what the call is here. Jackson looks like he'll be visiting the champion auto glass penalty box. Yeah, so Jackson visiting the box, not quite sure what for. Back underway. Flyers blue on the power play. Lamb controlling it in the neutral zone for Del Basso. Flicks it cross ice for Lamb. Skated onto by Kairos. Still holding onto it is Kairos. Skating in down low, and it's turned over. Good play by Chapman. Kairos just lost control of the puck. Cox in the middle. Lamb. Coming back is Kairos now. Could be a chance. Geordie Kairos in front. Oh, and a shot by Jeffries gets blocked. Skating it into the corner now, Jeffries. Pushing it behind for Lelick. Now Kairos controlling the puck. Top of the blue line, Del Basso whacks it in. And it was blocked in front by Mercerella. Whacks it in again, Del Basso. One of the best shots in the Australian Ice Hockey League in his day. In front now is Cox. Pushed out to Kairos, who fakes it and turns it in. Oh, and Jeffries might get called for a high stick there. No. Play continues as a shot goes in from the top of the blue line. Chapman does a good job clearing it out of trouble. Steve McCann controlling the puck. Lamb dumps it around and goes on to Valancourt. All the way back to Lamb. Clock almost winding down to 5 minutes. Flyers blue entering the zone through Cox. Cox holding onto it, controlling it behind the net. Goes cross ice for Kudla. Still holding onto it is Kudla, now Cox. Cox back to Kudla. From the top of the blue line, it's David Kudla skating and pinching in. Campbell covering him on the blue line. Still down low, Kudla. Battling hard with Doyle. Luke Doyle almost manages to turn it over, but still Kudla behind the net. The defenseman skating down low. Shot fired by Kairos, and a great save by Dewar. Good little sequence of about 40 seconds there by Blue. Dylan Dewar stones them with the glove save to tie the game. Jeffries, Lodge, face off one, but it goes back to Wilson. Now Williams will skate onto the puck. He could be a chance, centering it in front. And the shot by Mercerella goes wide. Langell. Now Blue could be a chance. Yirich entering the zone, has support in Wilson, but he just couldn't find him. Williams will control it now. Through the middle for Mercerella. Sorry, Langell. Now down low, Kudla. Behind the net, Campbell. Found Yirich, but it's back to Kudla. Yurich now again. Behind the net now again, it's Kudla. Still Kudla. Pushing it cross ice where it's held onto by Cox. Andrew Cox entering the zone now, works around one player, holding onto it. Skating behind the net, has options. Centers it in front. And let's see, so it's going to be a Sharks player going to the box for hooking. Will it be Williams or Valancourt? It'll be Valancourt entering the Champion Auto Glass penalty box. Perth Sharks on their third power play of the night. Off one by Sharks on the kill. They try to clear it out of trouble. A bomb from Del Basso goes wide. Kairos shoots, and it's a save by Dylan Dewar, continuing his hot form. This period, providing the Blue don't score, the end of this period will almost be taken up entirely by the Blue power play. Pushed into the corner for Jackson, but up the top of the blue line, Del Basso, he finds Lamb. Lamb fires one in, it's blocked, and it almost would have been Lashenko away had Lamb not stopped it up. Lamb finding Cox. Cox to Del Basso, shooting a save by Dewar on the pads. Oh, in front, and Kairos scores. The pass from behind the net from Andrew Cox. Geordie Kairos, right on the left-hand side of the slot, bangs it in. It clipped off Dewar's pads. Absolute rocket of a shot. It was the release that got Dewar there. He's seen them all night. Slap shots on the blue line. The cross ice passes. That play out from behind the net was what managed to get him on the quick releases. You just saw one of our new camera angles there from behind the Sharks bench. Very cool thing that front row screens are doing tonight for the game. Campbell pushing it in. Now Wilson fakes a shot, holding onto it still, battling with Zoo. Zoo tries to clear it out. It's going to be a penalty against Wilson for something that he did on Zoo. There's a big collision in the corner. And it's going to be hooking against Wilson, visiting the Champion Auto Glass penalty box. So, providing they don't score, the Sharks will end this second period on the power play and start the next one on the power play. Clock still winding down, and the power play starts now. Valancourt top of the blue line. Backhands it in. Lashenko pushing it behind the net. Lashenko again. Behind the net now, controlling it, it's Williams, and the puck gets pushed onto McCann's net. He trying to cover it up. Campbell trying to hack it out of danger in the corner. And he bangs that one through the middle off the sidewall. Down low. Sorry about that. Down low, Langell. Back for Lodge. Valancourt. Scanning it through is Valancourt. Working it in. Pushing it across was Lodge. He just missed the net. Now the puck gets tied up in the corner, but it's pushed out to the top of the blue line. Kudla trying to skate onto it. Valancourt finding it now. One last chance. They shoot and couldn't quite get it there. Good period there. An early goal by the Sharks, a late one by Flyers Blue. The score's tied at 1-1.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
You're invited to Perth Ice Arena, Perth's premier ice skating rink. If you're into ice hockey, figure skating, a novice, or just enjoy the fun of ice skating, this is the place for you. Call or visit the website for session times. It's a great place to keep cool.
1, 2, 3, shut up!
Welcome back after a great first period. Flyers Blue and the Sharks, as they were at the end of the first, are tied. This time at 1-1. One of the tightest, most hotly contested games we've seen all Premier League season. As we take you down to the ice for the opening draw, Andrew Cox and Yannick Lodge. 1 minute and 18 seconds left on the Flyers Blue power play. The Flyers Blue penalty, the Sharks power play. "15 minutes with stoppages for the third period in any Premier League game." There's the face-off one back for Valancourt for the Sharks. Here we go. Lodge pushing it in down low. Whipping it around, controlled by Williams. Oh, to the top of the slot, and a shot goes in from Lashenko. And all the way back up the ice. Pushed out of trouble by Flyers Blue. Yannick Lodge controlling the puck. Through the middle, Langell skating onto it. Lashenko was there. And it's turned over by Blue. Kudla coming out from behind the net. As I said earlier, an excellent case study this game into what you get when you put a handful of experienced Perth Thunder players out on the ice with a few extras against a elite, I guess, team of Perth junior players. Elite for their age, as Yannick Lodge skates it in. Now that's someone who's actually elite for any age. As he holds onto the puck, pushing it in front. Top of the blue line now, Langell. Ryan Langell fires it in. Stick save by McCann. Williams controlling it. Doyle just couldn't control it before it skipped past the blue line at the top. Puck gets pinballed around the middle, and it'll go out and find Williams. He fires a bomb in there. And it goes high and wide. Lands it. Through to Lodge. Lodge goes cross ice where it was almost controlled by Lakowiak. Juric pushes it up ice. It's taken away by Mercerella. Now Doyle. Through the middle, now Lakowiak. Sharks struggling to get out of the defensive zone as they whip it through the middle for Mercerella. Mercerella standing in, still holding on to it is Zach Mercerella. He stops, turns, and is almost turned over by Wilson. Lakowiak trying to control it. Battling behind the net with two Flyers, and he's rubbed off the puck by Juric. In the corner now, Juric pushes Lakowiak hard into the boards. Wilson controlling it. Fires a saucer pass through the middle, and it was almost going to be Conks who snared onto it, but it's not. Lamb now. Doyle. Doyle tries to work his way around Lamb, couldn't quite do it. And now it'll be taken away by Kudla. Kudla pushes it up the right wing. And now almost in front were Blue. Chances at a premium in this third period, 3 minutes in. Puck dumped in by the Sharks. Skated onto by Lamb. Kudla behind the net controlling it. He was pressured by Zoo. Cox goes cross ice, but there was no one there. Zoo will control it now the other way, Oscar Zoo. Finding Loshenko. Down low was Radcliffe Smith. Coming the other way now, Kairos. Kairos working it in. Here comes Geordie Kairos. Drop pass for Cox, and he just lost his footing. Couldn't quite get there. Now Zoo will come right back the other way. Oscar Zoo holding onto it. Oh, centering pass by Loshenko. Just missed the stick of Jackson. Now coming the other way, the Flyers. It'll be turned right back over to the Sharks. Radcliffe Smith again. Pushing it in down low. Pressured by Del Baxo, it's turned over to Kairos. Here comes Kairos the other way. Could be a chance in front. Geordie Kairos, he scores! Flyers blue breaking this one open through Geordie Kairos on the breakaway. That's about as good as a goal you'll see in this league. And that gets them ahead. Sharks have some work to do now if they want to win this one. Really good play there by Kairos, a great individual effort. Well, apart from the pass through the middle, but really good individual effort there through the offensive zone. As Campbell whips it out. Controlled now by Jeffries, dropping it back for Wilson. Kudla controlling. Almost turned over by Lodge there, who would have been away. As Kudla absolutely muscles Lambs off the puck. And that'll be a penalty against Blue. So Kudla will be visiting the champion Autoglass penalty box in just a minute. But the Sharks will have a chance now. Shot fired by Lodge, and it's turned over to Blue. So it's going to be Kudla visiting the champion Autoglass penalty box. Sharks on their second or third power play of the night. Cox and Lodge ready to take the face off. Sharks power play. Let's see if they can get one here. They need it. 10 minutes 15 left with stoppages in the third. Puck gets banged up ice. Mercer Relic controlling the puck behind the net. Skating onto it now, Langell. Coming in all alone. Langell in front, he centers it! And it was pushed on net by Williams almost, it just went wide. Now behind the net. Oh, and it was Loshenko who went hard into the boards. Puck gets turned over to Del Baxo. Del Baxo skating it through the middle. Winds up a slap shot, fakes it, still holding onto the puck. But the puck gets turned over to the Sharks now. Lodge. Controlling it, scanning to Lodge. In the corner now, Lodge. Still controlling it is Lodge. He finds a player on the side, and what a play there by the Sharks. If only Lakowiak could have batted that one in. What a play. One right off the practice ice as that gets pushed in front. And Cox tries to bat it out of there. Will that be a delay of game penalty? In an NHL game it would be. But not tonight, I guess. Definitely would have been a delay of game in the show, but I guess we're not there. So offensive neutral zone draw it is. Very interesting in this league. They just don't call delay of game penalties for puck over the glass in the defensive zone. I wonder why. Makes the stakes a lot higher for the penalty kill. Zoo pushing it to the top of the blue line. Back where it's controlled by Lekoliak. He's seen the ice quite a bit in the third period with Lekoliak, and after that chance in front, you can see why the coach is liking him so much. Jeffries pushes it out of trouble for Uric. Dewar collects the puck as it rolls along and finds Levitt. A credit to the scorers tonight who have been very detailed. I don't think there's one player on my list who's missing for the first time in about 5 weeks of calling this league. And now that I think about it, the puck must have been touched as it went over the board and out of play for what I thought would have been a delay of game penalty. So it must have gone off the Sharks' stick, now that I think back. Jackson controlling it, but it's turned over and a shot fired by Cox. Gets saved by Dewar. And yeah, my apologies to Andrew Cox for saying he should have been put into the champion autoglass penalty box for a delay of game. Cox, Lodge in the dot. One across by Lodge, controlled by Williams, trying to work it out of danger is Williams. But it's turned over now to Uric. Uric coming the other way. He gets pushed off the puck by Williams. Cox now controlling it down low. Kairos in the high slot. Couldn't get the shot off. He does now. And it's Uric in front, turning around in a save by Dewar. Dylan Dewar has been just outstanding for the Sharks tonight, I think. 2 goals allowed. One of them on a deflection off his own teammate's skate. No, that was the Sharks goal. So one of them was the quick release from Kairos, and the second one was the breakaway chance by Kairos. So really, an absolute bomb from the slot, and from the low slot too, and a breakaway chance by one of the best local players in Australia, in the Australian Ice Hockey League. What are you going to do, kind of thing, as it gets pushed across ice. Zoo was skating into it. Lamb and Del Basso and Zoo go hard into the corner. Kairos is almost controlling it, but it's turned over to Landry. He tried to fire one off. McCann was there and ready. Cox finds Kairos. Kairos dumping it in. Doyle backhands it behind. Now coming the other way, the Sharks. Langell skating in. Riley Langell, he shoots, and it gets turned over by Uric. Here come the Flyers the other way. Wilson gets sandwiched between 2 Sharks. Kudla. Campbell. Controls it out of there, all the way down the ice. And Jeffries wins the race to the puck, so the icing's not called. Wilson controlling it behind the net. Top of the blue line for Kudla. He shoots it in. There was no deflection in front. Dewar makes a save on the pads. Top of the blue line, right back where it was. It's Kudla again. Kudla still controlling it. David Kudla finds Jeffries. Chapman behind the net. Campbell shooting it in, and it goes high and wide over the netting, out of play. Neutral zone draw. Cox, Lodge. into the corner now. Controlled behind the net on the end boards by Urich. Pushed around for Langell. Here comes Langell the other way. Just missed Williams. Shot fired in from the top of the blue line by the Sharks, and the ref blows his whistle there. There'll be an offensive zone face-off down the other end. Face-off won by Blue. Fired in by Kairos. Behind the net, Cox. Lodge controlling it. Sources it through the middle now. Here's Williams in front. Sticked out of there by McCann. Centering it in front was the Sharks. And there was no one there. Now Urich coming back the other way. Blue, a chance. It's Urich. And a save by Dewar. He shoots again. Almost backed it in. Off Dewar. Now the Sharks coming back the other way. The intensity picking up. Here's Langell in front. I thought he was hooked, but he wasn't. Langell pushes it to the top of the blue line. Valancourt to Lodge. He shoots. And it just goes wide. Kairos clears it out of trouble. It's Urich now. Urich finding Cox. Cox skating it in. Rubbed out in the corner by Doyle. Valancourt holding onto it now. Possibly the lowest scoring game this season in the Premier League. Now coming the other way, Urich. Urich still in front. Doyle rubs him off the puck and a save by Dewar. Yeah, possibly the lowest scoring game this year in the Super League. We'd have to check that one, but 2-1. I mean, compared to some games that have been, 13-4, it's a bit of a change. Let's see what this Vikings-Chiefs game brings tonight. No idea what to expect there. That was the first game that we streamed, Vikings-Chiefs, about 5 weeks ago. And both those teams have quite a bit of experience since. So let's see what they can bring. The Vikings going for their second win of the year. Their first only coming in the first game over the Chiefs. And the Chiefs going for their first win on the entire year. They've come close a couple of times. One of them was against the Sharks. But no luck. The timeout's been taken, by the way. So yeah, it will be interesting. So stay tuned for the 9:15 game that will be coming up after this. Sharks out, ready on the ice. Blues still in the huddle. Jeffries, Urich, Wilson, Kudla, Campbell. Out for Blue. And the face-off's won back by the Sharks. They control it. It's Mercerella. Mercerella now again. Whips it through the middle. It's Langell. Langell finding Valancourt. Sorry, I mean Lashenko. Lashenko gets pushed hard into the corner by Kudla. The intensity's dialing up a little bit. Riley Langell skating onto the puck. Pushed hard off the puck by Kudla. Mercerella trying to dump it in on the backhand. Couldn't quite get it in. Jeffries cross ice for Urich. Here comes Urich in front. He scores! And that should just about do it for Flyers Blue. What a win. What a play there, and again, Dylan Dewar just a little bit unlucky, really. Bit of a defensive lapse for the Sharks, and Dewar hung out to dry. Still, I think, possibly their best player tonight. Dewar made some fantastic saves on every shot that they've needed him to. Langell, skating it in, Langell. Cross ice for Lodge, in front, and they score! Or did they? McCann got it in the glove. I'm not sure if it crossed the line or not. And neither's anyone else. It's chaos on the ice. Maybe we have a replay. The replay is just getting queued up now. And no goal is the call, so let's see it here. Getting controlled in there by Landell. Cross ice pass for Lodge, and yeah, just a little bit hard to tell based off that replay. But what a save by McCann, given the goal doesn't count. Really just the pad stack glove save. Not something you see every day in this league. Really good play there to hold on to the game for Flyers Blue by Steve McCann. Really the player of the night, maybe even one of the players of the season. In my personal opinion, I thought that the puck might have crossed the line in his glove. It definitely didn't cross the line before it got into his glove. Cox fires a bomb that goes high and wide just there, as we divert our attention back to what's happening right now. Valancourt pushing it in. Puck gets pushed right back the other way to Doyle. Less than 2 minutes left, that'll be icing. Yeah, so really player of the season there by McCann. I'm not sure what it was based on that the referee chose to award no goal. Possibly that was what he was thinking initially, and he had no sufficient evidence to overturn it. Another timeout's been called. And seriously, that was just one of the best plays you'll see in this league by Steve McCann. Both teams just about ready to go. 3-1 for Flyers Blue. And it was very inches away from being 3-2 and us being in for a hell of a final few minutes. I kind of wish that that goal was counted, just for the sake of some entertainment. Would have been a really good end to the game. Cox and Lodge. One back, almost by Lodge, but it's skated right onto by Wilson. Working it up the right wing, Wilson, he dumps it in. It goes past Dewar's net, skated onto by Valancourt. Valancourt trying to backhand it around past Del Basso. Valancourt, he backs it up, backhands it up ice. Controlled by Cox, back to Kudla. Minute and a half left. Lamb whips it around. Took a bounce off Valancourt's stick. Doyle skating onto it. So's Yurich. Yurich just blows a tire in front. Valancourt holding onto it around for Wilson. Yurich behind the net. Skating it out of there. And now it's Jeffries. So 1 minute left in the game. And in a real grinders game of hockey tonight, apart from a few high-quality scoring chances. Flyers Blue look like they're going to hold on to this one and keep their position on top of the ladder. Really hard-fought win against the Sharks, who had a valiant effort as it goes to the top of the slot for Kudla. Skating across the blue line, Kudla, he dumps it in down low. Skated onto by Lodge. Puck gets tied up into the corner, just in the commentary blind spot. Still a scrum in the corner. And it gets worked out of there and batted right back in. Doyle holding on to it. So 20 seconds left in this one. It looks like Flyers Blue will hold on 3-1. As it gets pushed in and dropped back Cross ice, Lodge in front. It'll be Langell skating onto it. Still Langell up the top. And now it's turned right over for Kairos. And just before he gets into the empty net, Andrew Cox stopped by the buzzer. And that will do it for Flyers Blue in a huge effort. They keep their top spot, beating the Perth Sharks 3-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon for the Vikings and the Chiefs. Thanks for joining.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
You're invited to Perth Ice Arena, Perth's premier ice skating rink. If you're into ice hockey, figure skating, a novice, or just enjoy the fun of ice skating, this is the place for you. Call or visit the website for session times. It's a great place to keep cool.